I'm going to have to make this thing longer eventually. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dustin Bebon on the ones and twos. Not really a ones and twos at this moment, but just going to come out and say it, man. It's been a couple days out of commission for a lot of different kind of reasons and stuff like that. Not saying it's a big deal. Anywho or anything like that. These last couple of months of being away from a lot of things and stuff like that, especially technology and as far as like idealist things and all that. I'm just going to come out. I'm basically going to kind of get out of my comfort zone for a moment and all that. I have gone through a lot of fucking stupid shit these last couple of months with lawyers and rights and stuff like that mean practically nothing to a person in my point of view and all that stuff, but a lot of things I have worked really hard and achieved in some ways and all that. Mostly being in the right place at the right time with most people, but that's not the whole point of this video, this podcast, or this conversation of me having in front of a screen, basically being broadcast through YouTube or Facebook or whatever the hell anyone wants to hear from this crap. I really don't care at this point. I'm just going to go out on it. I used to play in a band called Minor Rockstar. And last year at that time I was let go for content reasons, seeing that I was not maleficently fit or statured or properly qualified or know how to play my instruments. Listen, I'm just gonna break it down to you guys. It had nothing to do with how I played in there and all that. It basically what transpired into all this whole entire thing is I didn't like where I was going with it in the music point of view, because it seemed like everything was being sold out, especially in the music industry, where a lot of people are now doing a lot of stuff on computers now and recording their stuff in their own little small laptop with a couple interfaces and a couple of softwares and stuff like that. Nowadays, that's pretty much what the music industry is all about now, is people just getting away with that and selling songs and stuff like that. Nothing about like putting in the footwork and stuff like that, you know. A lot of things have been given to a certain amount of people. Now the people that now the bands that work really hard for it, I can see that. Like a lot of the stuff I used to listen to from freaking all the way from the early 80s all the way to the mid 2000s. And most of the music that I listened to were very more up to my standard and all that. I'm very interested in those kind of things. The point is basically that the reason why I'm making this video, and it's not going to be a really long podcast or thing, is I've been neglecting to paying some bills and stuff like that, and I'm getting back into it financially in a degree. But the point is I left Minor Rockstar because Landon Kripe had an ego that was magnificently too big for working with Ronnie, and some of it I did not really help him out or any way of trying to communicate to anyone or try to promote himself in any point of view. The point is I left the band. I pretty much was going to quit eventually, but apparently one show I did 1 year ago from this time, following April or something like that, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's going to be about a year since I left the band. But the point is I I got fired because of reasons like I didn't think it was fun anymore. I wasn't really taking it seriously anymore because it was becoming a joke to me. And for me, for playing music for the past 15 years straight, especially a person that I am, basically, that I've been playing instruments. I've been in the music for the past 25 years of my life. Anything from slow jazz all the way to electronic, from heavy metal to jazz. And I'm very self-taught myself how to play a lot of different instruments, and I actually did take some lessons in school a couple times. The point is I didn't feel that I was feeling creative with my creativity of the stuff that I was working on. Granted, I didn't like what I was doing with the band and playing bass, It's not really my strong suit. My best buddy would done all that for me. And even I think he's an incredible bass player. Because the licks that he's come up with a long time are no match to whatever I'd done for this band, basically. The point is I left. I pretty much got fired from Minor Rockstar because of ego problems, and people were thinking I'm becoming an asshole in some way because somehow everything to everyone was a joke. And especially when a person like me that has to make a living by working jobs and paying stuff off to buy gear, to buy recording time and stuff like that, it got to the point where it got really difficult for me, and I couldn't keep up with everyone else's schedule because my schedule didn't their schedule or my schedule didn't quite meet up the way it was supposed to. Times of recording and making it to the recording studio. For Pete's sake, we did everything at an apartment complex. So, come on. We did a couple rehearsals on that with some previous shows that we did in 2016 all the way from 2017 from 2016, but that's as far as we walked onto it. It took a while for me to get through a lot of that kind of stuff, but the point is I left the band, gave Landon some time to breathe and all that, and gave me some time to breathe because where we were financially at, we were tearing ourselves apart and arguing at each other like it went out of business, But a lot of his problems are my problems because he blames me for every single thing I did, like being ungrateful, being disrespectful to him, not be grateful what you got and stuff like that. And it got pressed. And a couple months later, somewhere from time in January from February, it got really fucking intense. Called him up. He promised some stuff. I thought it didn't go the way I planned. I lashed out, and the last thing I said to him was I was going to sue him. And then it just went there, and then fucking things went blown up on Facebook, and words were said, people's feelings were really hurt and all that. I mean, think about it. If you're going to be a part of a band and stuff like that, everything should be split down 50-50, not 70 and 30 or 80 or 20, Granted, I only put $200 into the recording costs. $100 I'm still fucking missing at this point. And yet he gives me all my money back and thinks that everything's going to be okay. Like, well, it's my fucking band and I wrote all the songs and all that. Yes, I get it, but we worked together on the band. But that's nor here nor there. The point is, a YouTube video I posted on YouTube a couple of months ago and all that kind of stuff. it found its way into, I don't know, I did a really stupid thing, put it on YouTube, on Facebook, and some people called me and they have words, and we discussed it in some ways and all that, and I thought I'd keep it private, but at one point in time, I was angry, I was confused, I didn't know how to communicate, and everything I said to someone and all that seems going out one ear and out the other. It didn't make sense to anyone, and it was my problem. So I thought, well, fuck it, I'll just make a YouTube video and I'll just vent myself. Well, I did, and a lot of things I should not said, and a lot of things I wanted to get off my chest, and somehow that expired into a lawsuit. Granted, I didn't expect this lawsuit to come out of nowhere and all that. It was a verbal warning, but he had the time to call a lawyer all the way from L.A. just to send me a freaking form. Granted, he emailed it to me, and then he texted me to take down the video. And then that was on a Friday, and then I received the letter from the lawyer's office on a Saturday. You gotta understand, I was kind of confused at this point. Like, the hell's going on? Is this a joke or, something? I thought, but that's not how it went. And that was the last time we had that conversation. He sent me this freaking big ass lawsuit, and I got confused. And at this point, but I was like, all right, well, I'll fucking fold or something like that. And I made some decisions. I didn't take down the video. The video is privately under my jurisdiction, not being posted or broadcast through YouTube. They wanted me to give them a letter of agreement and all that, and I didn't do that because I have nothing to say. There is nothing I am sorry about. I have nothing to apologize to something that some human being did to me because he got too big-headed on everything, and it came out of perspective. Well, it happens, Crap like that happens all the time. People don't like how people decision and all that. And the point is I didn't like selling out. I didn't like someone changing it all up and all that. I didn't like radio friendly. I don't think any of the stuff that music should be radio friendly. Who listens to any of the music nowadays on the radio? A lot of the stuff, there's no rock radio stations anymore. There's less rock radio stations on there now than there's more R&B and hip-hop stuff. Or pop or whatever. But I kind of gave up on that, and I started trying to work on writing stuff for myself. Like I said, I worked this job. I started this job, and the job was more important than Minor Rock Star. I needed to make money, man. I love playing music. I love playing the bass. I love doing shows and stuff like that. But in the beginning, it's not going to pay the bills, dude. It's not. Somewhere in the long run, yeah, but the timing is not right. I'm a very talented musician. I'm very talented. I play a lot of different instruments. I'm very talented. When I fight for something that I don't think is right, I'm gonna walk away. So, but the point is I'm trying to work on things on my part musically, and I just wanted to say that to a lot of people. So, thank you for listening to me for this 15-minute segment of me just talking about my life in Minor Rock Star and why I'm not friends with Landon Kripe. So, you guys have a good one. Peace.